You're good. So tell me a little bit about yourself, the designer, and War Official. Like, who is this designer? Who's the man behind all the clothing and these amazing pieces?
Charles is from Houston. I just been in the fashion all my life. I've been, I don't know, I think it probably came from my parents dressing me up or something, I don't know, but I've been in love with fashion. I mean, I love basketball too, but fashion has always been there, you know what I mean? And, how the brand started, I think actually, like, I think in, like, college years, like 2000, probably 13, 14, I would, like, need my clothes tailored. And I remember I went to this tailor shop, and they charged me, like, I think like $40 just to like take some pants in. And I was like, man, that's, you know what I'm saying?
That sounds about right.
I know, I'm like, damn, I'm like, so I was like, I had to figure something out because I was getting all my clothes tailored. So
Wait, were you like too tall or something?
I mean, I don't know. I just like them.
You're lazy?
It's like, I guess I'm tall, yeah. So I will buy tall pants, but they would be a little wide. You know what I mean?
Okay. Just not that fit.
Yeah. So I wanted a better fit, but
right.
yeah. So I think my younger sister, older sister, one of them had a sewing machine at the house, and I just learned. I was self-taught. I just learned how to take my pants in. And then from there, I just started making clothes, shirts, jackets, yeah.
And it's been on since.
Yeah. So.
And the inspiration like that you have behind everything, what made you want to? Because I mean, it's one thing to have your clothes tailored and go from having a sewing machine convenient in your household, but like, how do you keep going with your ambition and prospering in that fashion industry?
Yeah, I don't know. I just a passion. You know what I mean? It's like something you love doing, you know what I'm saying? I basically just took something I love doing and turned into a business, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, a lot of people tell me that too, like they tell me like I motivate them and stuff, and that motivates me, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, for sure.
It's like you don't even be knowing what you're doing, you just doing your own thing.
You really don't expect it, and then you hear it and it's like, man, that's dope, you know what I mean?
Right.
Facts.
So like, I met you at the See a Need, Meet a Need event.
Yeah.
It was like Houston, a pop-up, artists, vendors, photographers, designers, whatnot. Yeah. So like, what inspired you to be a part of that?
I was cool with the people throwing it. Normally, like, somebody would just reach out, you know what I mean, and ask me to be a part of, pop-up or a fashion show, like, just that's kind of just how that happened.
Right. Yeah. So you're about the whole collabing and.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, pop-ups, but like collab. I mean, I really haven't done collabs yet.
Collabing with your brand.
With brands, with other clothing brands. Yeah, I don't.
But more so collabing with networking.
Basically.
Aspects. Okay. So, what separates War Official from any other clothing brand in Houston that's uprising right now, or not even in Houston, because you've covered.
Yeah, I was about to say
that's cities easy. All over.
Nah. What separates me, period, from any clothing brand globally? All of my ideas, it's their feeling. You know what I mean? They bring a feeling. Like, I made this coat. I wanted something cozy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely got the vibe of that.
Cozy vibes. I come up, like, I want to say, like, almost 98% of my like designs, I don't use patterns.
Really?
So yeah. So like, and for people who don't know, a pattern is like when you go to like a fabric store and like they have like a t-shirt already cut out or a hoodie and you just trace it and you stitch it up. Yeah, I don't do that. I like start from scratch. Sometimes I used to like sketch it a lot, but not so much now because I'm better at it. But I just take a roll of fabric and just like cut pieces out and like make it into something. You know what I mean? Wow. So my pants, like these pants, like all of that stuff is just like basically freehand.
Yeah. I was going for that. Yeah. I was like, okay, maybe authentic freehand.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the proper word. That's definitely what it is.
Basically.
Because you get to draw. What designers have inspired you within the fashion industry?
Specifically, I think it all started with probably the Heidi era, and he was the creative director at Saint Laurent for like, I think it was like 2000. like in the early teens, and he just like recently left like in 2016 or 17. I think he was like my first one, like, you know, that inspired me. Probably now, I don't know. I like designers, but I also like the brands too. Like, I know like creative directors kind of control, like, you know, the look of the brand, the feel of the brand. But overall, I like the feel and looks of like certain brands. You know what I mean?
So
like,
name a few. I'm interested.
I mean, Rick Owens probably, especially. I like his brand. I like what Gucci's been doing recently.
Gucci has definitely
they really stepped up.
Revamped. Because at one
definitely.
point I felt like Gucci wasn't like, you know, down, but it kind of, now it's a
always,
whole different vibe.
It's always going to be a huge fashion house for sure, but
Definitely.
I think within the last like 2 years they
have
really stepped it up.
Really stepped up. Fendi?
So,
What about Fendi?
yeah, Fendi's dope too. Fendi. I named my dog Fendi. So.
What? Get out.
Yeah, I got 2 dogs, and,
my
and my
God.
first dog like back in, I think I got it like in 13 or 14. I named it Fendi. So yeah, Fendi.
So you've
too.
been inspired.
Yeah, definitely. I'm telling you, yeah, for sure.
That's so funny. Okay, so like, tell me about the process of like creating unique pieces, because you know there's always, you know, going out, grabbing the material and all that, and just like as a designer, how is that process?
I mean, sometimes it's fun. Well, most times it's fun. You know what I mean? But if I have like a deadline, and I'm like, it's work. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's cool. I still love the process. I love, you know, sometimes things are like hard to find because I'm so like particular sometimes. And like Houston, like it's, you know, we love Houston, but sometimes like our resources are limited. You know what I mean? So it's just like there's only a few fashion fabric stores that, you know, have material that like, you know, attract me and stuff. But it's cool. I make it work. But yeah, it's the process is cool. I just pick the fabric out, you know,
and just go with the flow.
And just go from there. Yeah, basically.
So how do you go with the flow? To freehand, to New York Fashion Week. Come on now, like tell me about the runway, because I've seen the look. Spring summer 19. You're already prepared and on the runway.
And those were just a few because I didn't like how like some of the shots came out of the other fits, so I just like took a select few. But yeah, I mean, like I said, like networking, you know, people reaching out, basically booked me for a show, and I went there a few months ago in September, and that experience was cool. It was great. Like another company reached out to me and wants me to come back in February. People don't know that, but no, I guess that's an exclusive.
It's the next big thing.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely be in New York for Fashion Week come February. So
I'm excited for that. Yeah. I actually plan to be in New York for February.
Oh, really?
So that's really exciting.
For sure.
Yes, that's. I mean, there's so many cool designers that are, you know, out there and. Have so many different pieces and looks and inspiration, definitely, that you can bring back home and, you know, be inspired by. Okay, so like how important is it to stay efficient with like, you know, the trends, and not just mess up trends, but like just being in the fashion industry, staying on top of the game with everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty important. I wouldn't say I'm mastering it, you know. I like to stay humble, but I mean, I think it's just all part of the life and the situation. You know what I mean? It's not like really like something I have to seek out to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? I kind of just, you know, it's just my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's something that you have a passion for.
Yeah, and it's just there. You know.
Yeah. So you don't really have to reach far.
Exactly.
To go about
like,
it.
Yeah, like chopping it up with my brother. I was talking to somebody earlier, but me and my brother, we started this brand, and you know, just having conversations with him, we go back and forth, bounce back ideas. You know, we came up with the name together. You know, and yeah, like a lot of times, I can't lie, a lot of times he'll know a lot more about things than I will, and I'll be like, damn, Chaz, like, you know, I ain't even know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he keeps me on top of my game too. I can't lie. Is he younger? Yeah, it's my younger brother.
Younger.
Yeah.
That's how it be sometimes.
Yeah, thanks.
Definitely. And like, creating like great content? Because your social handles are very creative. How do you go about with creating content to staying on top of everything?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's just I just like I like the whole process sometimes, and I think it's just cool to me. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't really reach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
I
don't
just,
really have like
yeah.
a type of. I know. I get it. Trust me.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. It's like sometimes it's hard to
Facts.
even like talk about, but
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah,
It's just a
like,
natural thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And you
I would
go
say-
with
I would say.
go with your whole.
And I think it ties to me being so like in tune with my content. You know what I
Really?
mean? Like
Yeah.
cause it's like
Mhm.
I know it. You know, it's a feeling. I know it. I made it. Like I think that's
That
probably what you know what I mean.
Connects it.
Exactly.
So important.
Exactly.
And I mean, when you have that great, like, that vision and that connection to something, I mean, it's
Yeah.
only right that everybody else sees it. Like,
Yeah.
an outsider like me looking and like, what is this about? And then like, oh wow, he has really good content.
Appreciate
You already
it.
have that great connection because you know what the whole vision is beforehand.
I guess I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but
Everybody else can, we can see what it's
I
about.
don't know. Yeah. But
So, like, for any aspiring upcoming fashion designers or
Yeah.
people that are in the industry, what do you have? Like, what advice would you have to give them?
I mean, for the upcoming ones, I would tell them, don't be a part of things that's a trend or a fad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to do something because you think it's cool at the time. You want to do something because that's your passion. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Right.
I think ultimately that's what separates a lot of people, like, from the jump. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, I guess you can tell, like, people's passion, they're passionate about it, like, genuinely. You know what I mean?
Definitely, you can
So
definitely
I
tell.
think that would be the first step. I mean, but for people, I don't know. I wouldn't have advice for people in the fashion industry because I'm still learning. You know what I mean? So it's just like I can't tell somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What to do because I'm still learning too. And what's working for me might not work for
For
them.
someone else.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So, and I understand that concept, vice versa. You know what I mean? What works for somebody else might not work for me. So,
Right.
Yeah.
And where can we stay up to date with War Official clothing?
War Official, the brand's page is _War Official. It's OFFICIAL. A lot of people, I didn't know how to spell official at first either. So yeah, I'm not trying to down nobody. But yeah, the brand page is _War Official, and then my page is C.Johnson II. So on Instagram and Twitter, the brand page is _War Official as well. So Twitter and Instagram.
Alrighty, you guys keep up with War Official clothing on Talks.tv and Media. Thank you.